Two roads, two lives. I have always believed that money is just a tool, like a hammer. You can use it to build a beautiful house for your family, or you can use it to break everything that is important to you. I learned this lesson not from books, but from watching people. I saw how the desire for money could change a person completely. It could turn a good friend into a complete and total stranger. My story is about my best friend, Tom, and our journey. We grew up in a small town with not much money in our pockets, but we were rich in dreams, and we had a very strong friendship. We spent our summers exploring the woods and fishing in the river. Our happiness did not cost anything. It was made of simple things. It was made of laughter and of long talks under the starry sky. Even back then, our dreams for the future were very different. I dreamed of a simple life, with a family and a job I loved. I wanted a life that was full of peace and quiet happiness. Tom dreamed of big cities, fast cars, and a very large house. He would always talk about becoming a millionaire one day. He believed that money was the only key to a happy life. I never argued with him. I just listened to his big dreams. I thought his desires were a part of his charming personality. I did not know that this desire would one day become a monster. When we finished school, we started a small business together. We worked from my father's old garage, full of hope and energy. Our business was based on a simple idea that we both loved. We built custom wooden furniture, each piece made with great care. In the beginning, we did not make much money from our work. We worked long hours for very little pay, but we were happy. We were a team, a partnership built on trust and hard work. The smell of fresh wood in the garage was the smell of our future. We were building our dream together, one chair at a time. Then, after a year of very hard work, our business grew. A popular magazine wrote a small article about our furniture. Suddenly, a lot of people wanted to buy our beautiful work. Money started to come in, more than we had ever seen before. Our first big check felt like a winning lottery ticket to us. We were so excited, and we celebrated our amazing new success. We went to our favorite pizza place, just like we always did. We laughed, and we made plans for the future of our business. In that moment, everything felt perfect. Nothing had changed. But something had changed. A seed was planted on that day. The money was that seed, and it started to grow in my friend. It started to change the good man that I had always known. The first thing Tom did was buy a very expensive sports car. It was bright red, and it was very loud. It did not fit our town. He was so proud of it, he would polish it every single day. I was happy for him, but I also felt a little bit strange. We needed a new truck for our business, not a fast sports car. But he said we needed to look successful to be successful. I did not change my own life. I still drove my old, simple car. I continued to live in my small apartment with my old things. My happiness was not found in buying a lot of new stuff. Soon after the car, Tom moved to a big new apartment. It was a modern place with white walls and not much furniture. It felt very cold and empty, just like a hotel room. He started to wear expensive clothes and a very fancy watch. He changed his haircut, and he started to talk differently. He was trying to become the rich man that he always dreamed of. I felt like I was watching a play, and my friend was an actor. He was playing the part of a rich man, but it was not him. The real Tom, my friend, was slowly starting to disappear. He started to criticize my simple life and my old clothes. He said I needed to upgrade my life to match our success. He did not understand that I was happy just the way I was. For me, the money was a tool to make our business better. It was a way to buy better wood and to hire more good help. For him, the money was for showing off to the whole world. Our conversations started to change. They were not the same. We used to talk about our dreams and our hopes for the future. Now he only wanted to talk about money and the things he bought. He started to spend time with new friends that he met. They were all rich people who drove fancy cars like he did. They would go to expensive restaurants and very exclusive clubs. He had less and less time to spend with me, his old friend. Our talks in the garage were replaced by his parties with strangers. The wall of money was slowly being built up between us. I felt like I was losing my brother, and it broke my heart. I tried to talk to him about it, but he would not listen. He said I was jealous of his success and his new lifestyle. I was not jealous. I was just very sad and so worried. I was worried that he was losing himself, his true kind soul. He was trading his old values for a new and shiny price tag. One day, he came to the workshop with a new business idea. He wanted to start using cheaper wood to make our furniture. He said we could make more profit if we cut the quality. I was completely shocked by his new and terrible suggestion. Our business was built on quality and on our good reputation. I told him we could never do that. It was just not right. We had our first real argument that day in the workshop. It was not about a car or clothes. It was about our soul. It was about the core values of the business we had built. He could not understand my point of view. He called me a fool. He said that business was about making the most money possible. He said my feelings about quality were holding us back. I realized then that we were standing on two different roads. My road was about passion and pride in the work that we did. His road was about profit, no matter what the real cost was. The friendship that was once so easy now became very hard. There was a new tension between us every single day. The garage did not feel like our kingdom anymore. It felt like a workplace with two partners who disagreed. The joy of creating things together was completely gone. It was replaced by the heavy weight of our new differences. Tom started to make business decisions without talking to me. He would order new materials or talk to clients on his own. He was treating the business like it was only his to control. I felt like a simple employee, not an equal partner anymore. The business that we had started together was tearing us apart. The money that was meant to help us was now destroying us. I thought about leaving the business and starting over again, but I had put so much of my life and my heart into it, and a part of me still hoped my old friend would come back. I hoped he would wake up one day and see what he had become. I hoped he would remember the two boys with a simple dream. The two boys who were happy with nothing but their friendship. But the new Tom, the rich Tom, was growing stronger every day. He was more confident and more ruthless in his business deals. He was praised by his new friends for his smart, quick mind. He saw my careful approach as a weakness that he had to fix. He wanted our company to grow faster, to be bigger and richer. He did not care about the slow and steady path I preferred. One afternoon, he called me for a very serious meeting. He had a proposal for a big new project for the company. It was a chance to make more money than we ever had before. The project involved a partnership with a very large corporation, but they had a bad reputation for destroying small businesses. They were known for being dishonest and very, very ruthless. I told Tom that we could not work with people like that. It went against everything that we had believed in from the start. Our name and our honor were more important than that money. He looked at me with cold eyes that I did not recognize. There was no friendship in his eyes, only a deep frustration. He saw me as an obstacle that was in his way to the top. He told me that I was thinking too small, like a poor man. He said this was our big chance to join the major leagues. He did not care about their reputation, only their big money. I stood my ground, and I told him that my answer was no. I said I would not sell our company's soul for a big check. I would rather stay small and honest than be big and corrupt. He looked at me for a long time, a hard look on his face. Then he said the words that finally broke everything between us. He gave me a choice, a final and very clear ultimatum. He said, "This is the future, and this project is happening now." He looked me right in the eye, and his voice was very cold. "Either you are with me on this, or you are in my way." I looked at the man who was once my brother and my friend. His face was hard, and his eyes were full of a hungry ambition. I knew in that moment that my old friend was already gone. There was no big fight. There were no more angry words left. My decision was quiet, but it was as strong as a mountain. I could not be a part of his new and very greedy world. I told him that I could not be with him on this new path. I said my values were not for sale at any price at all, and if that meant I was in his way, then that was my choice. His face did not show sadness. It only showed his disappointment. He saw me as a weak link, a problem he had to solve. The friendship we once shared did not mean anything to him now. So that was the end of our business and our long friendship. We had to split the company that we had built with our hands. The process was cold, and it was handled by men in suits. We sat in a lawyer's office with a big table between us. It felt like a long river was separating us from each other. We were on opposite sides, no longer on the same team. Tom wanted the company name and all of our big clients. He wanted the part of the business that made the most money. He did not care about the workshop or the tools we had used. I did not fight him on it. I was too tired and sad to fight. I let him take the money and the name that he wanted so much. All I wanted was the old garage and the freedom to be myself. We signed the papers and we officially went our separate ways. We did not shake hands and we did not say goodbye to each other. We walked out of that office and became two total strangers. I went back to the old garage, the place where it all began. It was quiet and it was empty, and I felt so very alone. I had lost my business, and I had also lost my best friend. For a few weeks I felt defeated, and my heart was very heavy. I thought about giving up and finding a normal, simple job. But then I looked at the tools and the smell of the fresh wood. I remembered the joy we had at the start, our real dream. The dream was not about money. It was about creating things. It was about passion and pride in making something with your hands. So I started over again, all by myself, in that old garage. I changed the name of the business, and I found some new clients. The work was very hard, and the progress was very, very slow. Meanwhile, I would sometimes hear news about my old friend Tom. His new company became very successful, very fast, with his deals. He became the millionaire that he had always dreamed of being. I would see his picture in the business magazines at the store. He was standing next to his red sports car or in his big house. He was the image of success that everyone wanted to be. But when I looked at his eyes in those pictures, I saw nothing. There was no joy, no passion, only a cold and empty look. He had a big smile, but it never seemed to reach his eyes. My own life was very simple, and I did not have much money. But my work gave me a deep sense of pride and a lot of peace. I was happy with my small life and my honest, hard work. I never regretted my decision to walk away from that deal. I knew I had made the right choice for my soul and my life. I would rather be a happy man in a garage than a sad king. Many years passed by and my small business grew slowly. I built a reputation for high quality and for honest work. I did not get rich, but I made a good life for myself. I got married, and I had a family. My life was full of love. My home was not big or fancy, but it was a very happy place. I had found the simple life that I had dreamed of as a boy. Then one day the news was full of a very big scandal. The large corporation that Tom had partnered with was in trouble. They had been lying and cheating for many years to get rich. Tom's company was involved in the scandal in a big way. The government investigated him and all his business deals. His empire of money built on a weak foundation fell apart. He lost everything overnight, his company, his house, his car. His new rich friends all disappeared. They did not want to know him. He was left with nothing, just like I was many years ago. A few weeks later, I was working in my quiet workshop. The door opened and a man walked in. He looked tired and old. It took me a moment to realize that the man was Tom. He looked so different from the pictures in all the magazines. His expensive suit was gone. His confident smile was gone. He looked like a man who had been carrying a very heavy weight. He stood there for a long time without saying a single word. He just looked around at the old garage, the place we started. His eyes were full of a deep sadness and a profound regret. Finally, he looked at me, and he said that he was sorry. He said that I had been right all along, from the very start. He told me he had lost himself in the endless chase for money. He said the money never made him happy. It just made him want more. He was so busy trying to be rich that he forgot to be good. He had traded his soul for a dream that became a nightmare. I did not feel any anger towards him. I only felt a deep pity. I saw the young boy that I once knew, my friend, my brother. I saw a man who had lost his way and now could not go back. I did not say, "I told you so," because there was no need. His broken life was a harder lesson than my words could be. So I just did the only thing that felt right in that moment. I went and I made 2 cups of coffee, just like in the old days. I handed one to him, and I sat down on a wooden stool. And we just sat there in silence in our old, quiet workshop. The silence was not cold or angry. It was sad, and it was soft. It was the sound of a broken friendship and a life of regret. It was the sound of 2 different paths that ended far apart. We did not become friends again. It was too late for that. Too much time had passed and too much had been broken. But in that moment, we were 2 humans who understood pain. He left after a while, and I have not seen him since that day. I hope that he has found some peace in his new, simple life. I hope he learned that some things are worth more than money. I often think about him and the different choices that we made. We both started at the same place, with the same opportunity. But we had different maps in our hearts, different destinations. He chose the road of wealth, and I chose the road of value. His road was fast and exciting, but it ended in a deep crash. My road was slow and steady, and it led me to a good place. Money is a powerful force in the world. It can change people. It can make good people do very bad and terrible things. It can promise you everything, but it can take away your soul. I never became a millionaire, and I never will be one. But I am a rich man. I am rich in the things that matter. I am rich in love, in peace of mind, and in my own self-respect. I built a life, not just a business, with my own 2 hands. And that is a kind of success that no money can ever buy. It is the only kind of success that can truly make you happy. Thanks for watching. If you liked this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to keep learning with me.